back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage Diary, and welcome back to Wales. Today I'm out in the garden and I'm just going to see the chickens, give them their porridge, and I thought I'd show you what I'd done in their run and how it was looking now after doing the compost, after taking all that compost out and putting all the other stuff in. And I'm going to show you what I've done around the fruit trees and show you how to use the chicken compost actually for dressing the fruit, because I'm going to do that today as well, and get rid of all the compost that's in the trailer that I've got down the garden, because I need to get that moved, it's in the way. It's a beautiful day, the sun looks like it wants to come out, and it's nice and dry, so I thought that I'd come out, go and see the chickens and show you what I've been doing in the garden. I've put some roses in, I've got my greenhouse door to fix still, and I'm going to show you, as I say, top dressing the roses with the chicken compost. So that's going to be a job well done today. We're just going to go and see the chickens and get them up. What we did yesterday with the compost that was left in that big pile, and like I said to you yesterday, they flatten it out. So already they've started working it, which is great. So they deserve a nice treat of rice and egg, which is what they've got in that bowl. So Pippa seems to be enjoying herself. She's got it all round her beak. Is that nice, you lot? So we'll come back for the eggs off them in a bit. We'll just let them enjoy their food. Let's take this plastic off. Right, so this is what we got out yesterday. Take the ladder off. I put that on to keep the rain off. So this is all our lovely compost, and this is what we're going to put up around the fruit. So we'll go up and have a look and I'll show you what I've done already, and then I'll get my gloves and I'll show you what I'm going to do putting it around the fruit. So let's go for a wander. I say it's a beautiful day today. I was looking at these yesterday. I bought them for £2.25 in Morrison's, and got green shoots. They were reduced last year and I wasn't sure if they'd come back, but one of them's got green shoots, but this one hasn't got anything yet. So I'm hopeful. I'm going to leave it in. It's Gypsy Queen it's called. So never discount cheap plants. I've got another clematis here, but there's nothing on that. But I think this one comes up from the bottom. So yeah, it's only February. I'm getting impatient. But this doesn't seem to have done so well. This is a cistus. It got by the frost. I think it's in the wrong place. So if it does come back, I'm going to move it. Still got bendy branches, so there's still hope for it yet. Right, these are the fruit bushes I want to do today. This one's a pear, here. And then this one's an apple. Now Poppy's under this one. So I don't want to give it too much, but it has got some nice buds on it. So it's a good time to feed it now. It's got a nice green branch here and some nice shoots. So yeah, I want to get that fed. And then I was looking in the garden the other day and I found some dwarf trees that I'd forgotten about. Now this is a dwarf one, and I think it's an Elstar, and I've got two of these in the garden. So I was thinking of taking this out and popping it in a pot in the patio and moving one of those bigger fruit trees to here, because I don't mind it growing as a tree here, because it'll screen the oil tank and fill this gap. Got a big gap here. So it has got a red robin in it, but it doesn't seem to like it there. So yeah, so that's going to be moved. And then I've got another apple there, that one, that needs feeding. And then along here This is going back through the rose arch, just shows you yesterday, the other video, my last video. And then we've got a plum there, and I've got an apple there which needs moving. No, it doesn't, it needs feeding. Those two are staying there. And then this is the other Elstar that I've got, which is also a dwarf. So I'm thinking I'm going to put them in the patio because I know they're small trees, and move them. Look at this rose here. This was a cutting that I planted. No, it wasn't. It's not that one. It's this one. This was a cutting I planted. Now, I'm not sure if it's climbing rose, but I'm going to leave it for the time being and see what we get, because I know I got 2 off my dad, 3 off my dad. 2 anyway, at least. So, yeah, we'll have to see what we get with that. But yeah, anyway, these are the roses that I did yesterday here. This one's called Abundance. It's a double rose, this one. And this one is a Queen Elizabeth rose that I got from Yew Garden. It was in the pot. Came in a nice big pot. And this pot here. So it was well worth it. It's Queen Elizabeth. And it's 530026. So that's that one. I have got another one which is going to go on this side here, and I'm thinking of putting that at the beginning of the arch just there, but I'm not sure because I've got one there that I would like to move. So I'm going to put another one in this bed here. That rambling rector needs to be moved. So I'm thinking possibly on the corner of here, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. This one here, this is Peace. It's got some lovely new shoots on it. This one here is an Old English rose, and it's yellow. And I got this as part of a pack from Yew Garden. And then this one here was the elderly gentleman's, and he wanted me to dig it out. Oh, just take it out, it's not doing anything. But it's fighting. Last few years it's had some lovely shoots on it, so yeah, so it can stay. Now these have had a feed, these have had the chicken compost round them, and as you can see it's lovely soil. Look at that. They've done a lovely job. So I'm going to put a good handful around. I've got a fruit tree here. This is a jewel tree, and it's got Golden Delicious and Malice Elstar on that one. So that's that one. I got that from the garden centre. And then this one came from my allotment. So this one here is a good 15 years old, and it's a baking apple. Now it looks really, really gnarly, but that's just the way I've grown it, because I've always wanted to grow it along the fence, but I'm not going to trim it this year. I'm going to let it do its thing, and then I'm going to grow something else along the fence. So, because I like this to make this area here a bit more secluded, because this is going to be my new seating area. So I've got to feed this one, but I'm not too bothered because they had a good mulch last year, so they've had a lot of wood chippings and leaves last year, so I want to concentrate first off on the things that haven't on this side of the garden. So I'll go and get my bucket, and we'll come and put some on. I've already done some. I've done this currant bush here. This one here is a josterberry. This plant here is a josterberry, and then that one behind that log there here is another currant. So that's had a feed as well. So I want to concentrate on the things that haven't had anything done to them, like this Sorry for Itself one here. This is a currant, and give them a feed. They have had wood ash, but I want to give them a feed as well. This rose here needs feeding and bringing forward. It's an Old English rose again. It's a shrub rose, and it's an apricot colour, and I got that as a just pay the postage. I think that was off Yew Garden. So that's that one. Had lovely flowers on it last year. So this rose here was part of that set of that yellow one I've just shown you. So this needs moving forward. It's got a lovely pink rose on it, but it needs moving forward to the front of the border here because I want them at the front. This one needs moving as well. This is the one I've just shown you that I think is my dad's. So that needs moving forward. And then we've got another one here, which I think this is a yellow one as well, or a white. So that needs moving forward as well. I'm going to move the penstemon. I've got a penstemon in here. This one. This is my pilgrim. It's had a lot of compost and food on it, so I'm not sure I'm going to do any more on that at the moment. And then another penstemon, which I want to move as well. Because I've got another pampas grass to go in, and I'm thinking of putting that pampas grass here. I've got a pink and a white. And then they're my field maples behind that one and that one. So that's my thinking. And then you'll end up down there going through the rose arch. So I've got to find that pampas. Oh, here it is. It's this one, and it was off the Secret Gardening Club. This one. It's called Cottage, and it's rose plume. So that one is going to go here next to this one, and then I'll have a white and a pink pampas and the rose. So that'll be nice, because not much is going to grow under these trees anyway. Yeah, you can see the line of the stones where the path did come, and I've brought it forward now to the front of the arch so I can put plants in and see them. And then the pampas behind. So we're just going to get a bucket, and then we're going to go and get some of that chicken compost. Right, okay, so this is my compost in here, and then in the other bucket we've got our wood ash in this one. So as soon as they need both the fruit and the roses, I thought I may as well mix it together and put it in at the same time. So 1, 2, 3. You can see it's lovely compost. It's all nicely broken up by them. 5. Right. I don't know how there always manages to be bits of rubbish in it, but there always seems to be rubbish mixed up. So let's get a bit of this wood ash, just a handful, and mix it all in together. Even though I don't put rubbish in my compost bin, there always manages to be something. A bit more. It's got bits of hay in it from their bedding, bits of feathers, but it'll all rot down nicely. Put another handful in of the wood ash, and that break up the soil, compost, and then we'll go and put it round the plants. So I'm just trying to mix it in as well as I can. I should have brought a bigger bucket, but I didn't. You can already see that's going to break it up nicely. Put lots of goodness back into the soil. It's all mixed in now. So I'll take it back off the tripod, and we'll go back up the garden. Right, okay, so this is our compost. this is what we've got so far, and this is what's going to go over to the fruit trees to do the first ones. So just take it over to the fruit. The chickens are happy. The chickens are happy in their run. Well, in my fruit cage. And we're going to go and do the first bit of fruit. Now I'll just turn you around a minute. These were the ones. This is one of the ones that we're not going to do. And there's another one just there next to that pink bucket. So we're not doing them. Over here we have a currant bush, which I'm not sure if it's dead, but we're going to put some compost around it anyway. So I'm just taking a handful out of the bucket and then putting it around the fruit. Just as a bit of a top dressing, so when it rains it'll wash it in. So let's have a look at what else we've got. Here's another one. This is another currant bush. Now these were completely covered in trees last year, so they didn't get a lot of light. But I'm hoping that this year will be better, because this is my second full year really using the garden. We moved in 2020 in the autumn, and then that was when I started doing all the work on the garden. This is an apple tree. Unfortunately the label has snapped, but we can still pop some compost around the base, just like that. So as you can see, you can use this mix in here for any fruit really. So I'm just going to go around all my fruit and pop bits of compost around it. So let's see what else we can find. I don't think we'll do the rose, because that's a wild rose. And this rose has already had some wood ash, the pilgrim, so I don't think I'm going to do that one. But we have a rose here, so this is one of the ones I might be moving, but for now we'll just give it a dose of compost and hopefully we'll get some really good roses. Now then, what else have we got? Oh, this here, spindly thing here, this is a gooseberry, and I think it's a red one. Where are we? Popular gooseberry. No, I think it's a green one. I'm going to pour this, what's left, on there. Not the best way to do it, but I'm doing it one-handed. Right, so we'll just mix that around. And that's it, we're just top dressing the soil, and hopefully that will go all down into the soil and feed the plants. Can't see anything coming back on this yet. Oh yes I can. There's a bit of green there, look. So it's just the right time. Oh, more I look, the more I can see. There's another bit there. So they're all going to have their own little teepees around them to stop the birds, so we can spread them out. Now, I've got quite a bit of fruit in this section here, so I'm going to need quite a lot more compost. So, right. This stuff in the wheelbarrow here, I'm going to take back with me and take that back down to the chickens, and they can have that in their run. I've still got to sort all this out, but I want to do the path first before I give it them. So I might do that next. Right, okay, so as you can see, there's plenty you can do with the chicken compost. You can put it around the roses, put it around your fruit. It's a good way of using wood ash. Put it on the soil to break up the soil. which I'm going to do up here. I'm going to put a load of it up here because it hasn't been done. The middle part of the garden's been done twice, 2 years running since we moved in. And once I've done up here, I'll do the veg garden with what we burn between now and when I put the plants in. So yeah, so there's plenty to do, as always. There's always a lot to do, and you seem to think at this time of year that everything's going to be really slow, but it's not. Things seem to pick up a pace because it's March next week. Wednesday is the 1st of March already. Wow. So yeah, so it seems to just be marching by. Before you know it, we'll be back in the warm weather. And I want to make sure that I'm on top of everything, because last year I wasn't, because we'd had all those trees done behind me. All these trees here had to be trimmed and have all their big branches taken off. So I spent most of the spring last year cutting all them up, getting them ready for burning or composting or using around the garden. And yeah, it just took ages. So I missed last year getting the garden ready. So I'm going to try this year. I might let the hens up here for a bit when I'm working up here and let them have a scratch and things like that, and try and move the soil around a bit for me, but we'll have to see. So anyway, they're enjoying their scratching, I'm enjoying being in the garden. I'm going to finish what I'm doing with this compost and get on with the rest of my day. I do have quite a big job ahead of me of taking some trees down in the field. And every time I look out the window, they seem to be getting taller. So they need to be got rid of now because they're weeds. And they're going to grow as tall as these trees if they're not done. So the trees you can see in the background, they're going to grow as tall as them. And that's about 100 metres, which is really, really tall. Really tall. And I don't want them blocking out the light in my garden. So anyway, 100 metres, 100 feet? Oh, I don't know. They're big anyway. They're bigger than the house. A lot bigger than the house. And my concern is that if they come down, are they going to take the roof off the house? So I'm going to go and do my best and take down what I can. But they're getting really big. Like I say, I started noticing them about a month ago. And they were just above the tops of the silver birch trees. But now I can see them properly growing up above the silver birch trees. So they need to be got now, really, before they get too big to come down. So for me to take down without a chainsaw, I've just got a little tree saw. So anyway, that's it for me for today. I'm going to go and get on with my jobs. I'm going to get on with finishing this compost and go and sort those trees out. So enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch up with you again soon. If you have enjoyed my videos, do like and subscribe. Do hit that notification bell and click the all option, and it will tell you when I upload new videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber on my channel and join the Wildwood Cottage Diary community that is building up here. So yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of your week, take care, and I will see you soon. So bye for now. Bye bye.